Good morning, everyone. Alyssa Corum and Ken Shreve reporting to you live from our newsroom in Los Angeles. It is Wednesday, November 7th, and taking a look at the major indexes, we have the NASDAQ up about 1.7%, the S&P 500 up 1.1%, and the Dow up 0.82%. We're going to take a look at three stocks moving big on earnings, but how's the rally attempt looking, Ken?
Well, I mean, NASDAQ's up near its session high so far in the early going, up about 1.6%. We do have early volume on both the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ, so really nice percentage gain for the NASDAQ. Hopefully these gains will hold by the close, and we could have confirmation of a new uptrend. And today is a day where I don't recall so many strong movers too. We're going to touch on some of them from our earnings reports, but a lot of bullish moves today among growth stocks.
That's right. So taking a look at a few of those key names on the move today. First up, we're taking a look at Twilio. Those shares are up over 28% on the quarterly report. We have earnings coming in at 7 cents a share from a loss of 8 cents that last year, and we have sales growth of 68%, a gap up in shares today, entering buy range.
Yeah, this is a stock that just turned profitable, and you've got a big annual estimate for 2019. There was a time when the enterprise software stocks were big market leaders that many got hit by severe selling when the indexes started to pull back, but a really nice earnings report from Twilio. You actually do have a breakout today over an 88.98 buy point, bullish gap up in price. A lot to like about this earnings report.
That's right. And so a few of the key things that you want to be looking for when a stock is breaking out, not only do we want to see volume, we want to see the stock closing at the upper half of its range for the day, and that relative strength line at a new high is also a very bullish indicator.
Yeah, this is a stock that so far the breakout is looking very powerful. It is up near its highs, volume very heavy, and you have a relative strength line shooting into new high ground, sort of confirming the strength of the breakout.
All right, and taking a look at another gap up leading to a breakout here for Tableau software. Strong earnings growth up over 480% and sales growth of 35%. This stock up over 16% in heavy volume, and the RS line at a new high here as well. So we're seeing pretty quality breakouts here today on earnings.
Yeah, another breakout that is acting very well. The buy point here, 118.18. Tableau is kind of database software, so at a time when companies are managing a lot of internal data, Tableau software helps them sort of make sense of data. So nice breakout for Tableau, and really looks similar to the Twilio breakout. Just really solid volume, and the stock is up near session highs.
All right, and rounding out the trio of stocks on the move on earnings is Etsy, with shares up 23%, retaking the key 50-day line in heavy volume. Now, if investors are interested in Etsy, what would the buy point be for this stock?
So this one's a little bit different because technically it's really just forming the right side of a base here, so you really don't have a base in place for Etsy. Nonetheless, you probably have some aggressive traders that are nibbling at the stock because of the bullish gap above the 50-day moving average. Risk-averse investors might wait for the stock to take out its recent high of 53.25. Really, it's just kind of forming the right side of a base here, but again, very strong volume, stock up near highs, gap above the 50-day. Like I said, aggressive traders might be nibbling here, but risk averse, maybe going to wait for a breakout over its recent high.
Right, and I think it's interesting to see here, looking at that relative strength line, even though the stock isn't at a new price high, that RS line is at a new high. So that's something that is good to see as well.
Exactly. I mean, that's the relative strength in new high ground before the stock is hitting a new ground. That's a new high ground. That's always a sign of strength. And so Etsy, a nice acceleration in sales. A really nice earnings report here too.
That's right. And we will get earnings from Square and Roku after the close. And these are two more stocks that, if they're able to turn in quarterly reports that impress investors, have the chance to gap up, potentially entering buy range as well. So taking a look at Square's chart here, you can see that it is still below its 50-day line. It would take quite a big move to put it at a new high, but possible.
I mean, Square is still a very compelling growth story. It is still below its 50-day moving average, but we could see a similar kind of Etsy type move. It's kind of, still working on the right side of a base here, but Square is still a very compelling growth story in the market, as is Roku, expected to show a loss of 13 cents a share, but big sales growth expected at Roku, and good results could spur a gap above the 50-day here too.
That's right. So a lot of names to definitely watch here. So when we're talking about the rally attempt and putting that in context of a safe, quote unquote, market environment to be buying stocks versus being in a market correction where you don't want to be making new buys. How should investors be looking at the market today in the context of making new buys?
So headed into today's session, we were still in a correction. Certainly the percentage gain for the NASDAQ today with good volume is very compelling for the bull case. We're going to have to take a look and see what the close looks like. We're waiting for confirmation of a new uptrend. We very well could have it by the end of today. We'll hopefully just see the NASDAQ hold on to its gains, if not get stronger. And we want to see volume come in higher than Tuesday's level as well.
Well, it's a very key day, so make sure you're checking out investors.com throughout the trading session and after the close so you can get all of the latest market news and analysis, our key insights from the markets team. Definitely a day to be doing that. And you can also check us out across social media, from Facebook to Instagram to YouTube to Twitter. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.